Hello my darlings, welcome to a brand new video. Today is actually my most requested gift guide this year.
Is it really?
A gift guide for him.
I feel very privileged.
Yes, and this is one of my favourite videos to film because I actually have done zero preparation for this video and I'm basically just going to hand it over to Charlie, who's done an excellent job this year. I'm surrounded by so many amazing things. I think you've got it covered.
I think the key this year is changing it up a bit because obviously with everything going on, I think it's thinking about things that people are going to be using during lockdown. The sad reality is we've got a few more lockdowns ahead of us, I think. So it's thoughtful gifts, I think.
So we're going to, as always, leave everything that we are mentioning linked down below. Hopefully you find this interesting and useful for whether you're shopping for a husband or boyfriend, a father, a brother. Brother-in-law.
Uncle. Second cousin.
Twice removed. Whatever chap you are buying for, hopefully you find this useful. Take it away, darling.
Okay, so I think given that this has been a big year for us in terms of moving house, so the home is very important to us and we have been spending a lot of time sort of investing in new things for the house. Similarly, I think it's that time of year where everyone else is also spending a bit more time at home.
Well, I think everyone this year has got so much more into their home, haven't they?
I think so, and I think people are learning to appreciate things more. People have learned new skills, whether that be new recipes, a bit more time spent cooking. So we're going to kick things off with a couple of things that I have recently invested in for the kitchen that are game changing. Now, this looks a bit aggressive. These are two knives that are game changing when it comes to cooking. So we, like all of these gifts, I'm going to give you a sort of higher end option and a sort of lower, more affordable option.
Very organized.
Okay, so to start kick things off, I'll be very careful with that. We have this, which is from Blenheim Forge. So it's British made. They're made in Peckham, handcrafted. They are a high price point. They're around £150, and you can go even further than that depending on the knife. But this one in particular, I believe, is called the Santoku, which is like the Japanese version of the everyday chef's knife. So in short, this knife can do pretty much everything.
Really?
So you can chop with it, you can carve with it, yeah, you can do pretty much everything. Obviously in an ideal world you'd have a number of different knives.
Wow.
But if you're starting off, but you are a passionate cook.
And it's beautiful.
I mean, it's stunning. It's called a patiner. This will obviously fade and change and you will need to sharpen it and it will rust a bit, so you will need to be careful. But it's British made, which is a big thing for me this year, supporting our local businesses and businesses in our own country. And similarly, it's just a beautiful gift, isn't it? A very thoughtful gift and something that I'm not sure you would invest in yourself. Next up, just a bit more affordable. So this particular knife is about £20.
Wowza.
So it's massively different in price.
That's my most used knife, actually.
I don't know what you would call this. I think it's just called a box knife. Now, it's from Polares Solsona, I think it's pronounced. This is obviously Spanish, it's not British. It's a brand I came across online and they look beautiful, but it's just a great everyday knife. So I think if you are on a bit more of a budget and you're not thinking about splashing out as much as the other knife, this is great for anyone that loves cooking. And the one thing to be aware with these knives, and I think it says it when they come, is don't let them stay wet. You have to dry them because it's not stainless steel, it's just regular steel, which is actually great in terms of when it comes to sharpening the knife. It's easier to keep it sharp, but they will mark.
When we first got these, it was the first lockdown, and we had like a version of Boris's thing. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, don't let it stay wet, dry the knife, save knives.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Please save the knives, yeah.
So,
keeping with the kitchen theme, but something a little bit different. So a company that we are officially obsessed with, I've been obsessed with for a while, they're called the Oak and Rope Company. Now, essentially, they make pretty much everything you can think of out of oak, and the quality is pretty unbelievable, isn't it? We've actually got a road sign for our lane that they made for us, and yeah, as I say, the quality is fantastic. These are two different gift ideas. This is something I got Josie for her birthday, one of her presents, and essentially, it's an egg and soldiers oak board with the little holes for the eggs. And then you put your toast there. I thought this would be quite a cute gift for a sort of like 10, 11, 12-year-old actually. No, it is, because Egg and Soldiers is sort of something that a lot of children still have. You still like having it.
I do.
It's a thoughtful gift. I mean, the quality is fantastic. And that's why I also quite like this. So this is a smaller carving board. I've got the larger one. But this is essentially fantastic. You shouldn't really use it for bread because you end up scratching it, but it's fantastic for carving any meat. And the best thing about it, no matter what meat you're carving, is it catches all the juices here and you add it into the gravy. And it's just a great company if you want a personalised gift, British made and unbelievable quality. Final gift on the cooking front, and it is called a meter, spelled M-E-T-E-R. Essentially, it's a really smart thermometer for cooking. Unbelievable. Amazing during barbecue season, particularly with any red meats. You can stick it in, put your barbecue lid down, it will tell you on an app the temperature, and you can set alarms. But it's also game changing for Christmas. So obviously this is the probe, that will go in the turkey. This does need to be quite near the probe. I think there's two types, 30 metre and 60 metre. You can get them on Amazon. And essentially it will talk to your app. I've actually got two now, so that in theory I can do two different bits of beef. One medium rare, one medium well.
Very clever.
So yeah, just a very nifty gadget. So we're going to keep on the gadgets front. Every guy loves a gadget, that is a fact. And these are essentially wireless headphones from Samsung. They're called the Samsung Galaxy Live Bud. Bit of a mouthful, but they are amazing. So I think the key thing with these, obviously they're totally wireless. They charge in the pouch. They're also very affordable. I think they're on offer at the moment, but they're definitely more affordable than Apple or the Bang & Olufsen ones that I've tried. The sound quality is insane. The noise cancelling is probably the best bit. You literally can't hear anyone even if there's no music playing. And they look amazing in your ear.
They do. I've got the copper pair, bronze, and I say that they look like jewellery in your ear because they are so beautiful.
So I think for anyone that's a regular gym goer or a commuter, obviously at the moment there's a bit of a weird one, but that will eventually be commuting again, is a fantastic gift. I think they're definitely one of the most affordable options in that market as well.
Yeah, and you know what? They actually pair with our Samsung Galaxy watches, so we can leave the house without our phones and still have music playing because it connects to the watch.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah,
so that's amazing.
Clever.
I need to figure that one out.
Yeah. We do love a segue, and speaking of segues within fitness and technology, I actually saw this. I have to confess, I saw this on the Sheer Luxe gift guide, and I was like, that's an amazing idea, I want one. It's called the Rookie, and it's basically a smart skipping rope. Now, I don't know if you've heard about this, but skipping is a really good cardio exercise.
It's amazing. Well, that's why boxers are sort of well known for being, on the whole, like the most fit athletes in the world. Because they have to go all out for, God, I should know this, but 5 or 6 minute rounds. And they do a lot of skipping. I'm rubbish at it, so I'm not sure you're going to get me using this.
Well, I think because it connects to the app and you can do like challenges, it tracks your workouts, it tracks
cool.
If your man that you're buying for is very much into his fitness technology, maybe he likes skipping anyway, or he wants to try a new workout, and also great for the guy that travels a lot as well, because that's tiny.
Well, and for right now, because gyms are closed, cardio can be quite limited to literally going for a run, unless you've got lots of equipment. And that's minimal.
I just thought for a stocking filler for someone that's into fitness, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
So next we're going to move on to fashion, and Charlie and I have both worked with Johnsons of Elgin a bit this year, and they just have the most gorgeous pieces, whether it's cashmere or wool, accessories, clothing. And before we get into it, I just want to show you the packaging, because their gifts come so beautifully wrapped that you wouldn't have to do any additional wrapping yourself.
They arrive like that?
So beautiful. So one of the lovely things you can get from Johnsons of Elgin, and Charlie actually got me a female version of this last year from Selfridges.
I did, yeah, that was the first thing that we owned from them, wasn't it?
It was.
And the quality, I mean, the price point's high, but what I would say is the quality's unbelievable.
It really is.
Probably the best I've found.
So it was time to get Charlie his own version of the Johnsons of Elgin scarf, and of course you can get them personalised. So I got Charlie's initials on here.
That's awesome.
Probably looks black, but it's actually dark navy. It's all made in the UK. These are made in Scotland, and the quality is just insane.
I would say navy is always probably the best bet for a scarf, because I think black, it does look good, but it is limiting. I think navy goes with pretty much every outfit.
I think like caramel, camel colour as well.
Yeah, like more of an oat milk, maybe.
Ooh, oat milk?
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Oat milk, yeah, that's the new Pantone, isn't it? Well, that's lovely. You're going to have to fold that for me, because I've absolutely mashed that up. And this is also a gift set that I have. This is the first time I'm seeing this, because you chose these. So it is a gift set with a woolly hat. Would you call that a woolly hat? Bobble hat?
Beanie hat?
I don't wear a lot of these, and I'm not going to put it on for camera.
Oh, you must.
Shall I?
Yeah.
Alright. I really am not very. Look at me. I look ridiculous.
You need to start wearing stuff like this more because you gave yourself a migraine.
But truth be told, I don't know why, but I've got a very square head, and hats are not great for me. Truth be told, this is not. I think it's a fantastic gift, but not for me. This is the sort of gift that I would love to give my dad or granddad, because it's exactly the sort of thing that you wouldn't necessarily wouldn't pay for yourself, but it's the ultimate luxurious gift, isn't it?
This is absolutely incredible. That is so soft and so
feel
warm.
This as well.
We have to give this to Dada. He's going to love this.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, Dada is my granddad, and he's a bloody legend. It's a shame because he'd normally come and watch me play rugby and wear this sort of thing. Yeah. But I love the colour. I love the colour.
That's gorgeous.
That's like a mocha. Cappuccino. Probably is.
We've got our oat milk scarf and our cappuccino hat.
Now, I did say obviously we were going to try and give sort of a higher end option and then a more affordable is not the right word, but a
slightly more affordable.
A slightly more affordable option. For a slightly more affordable option, I have recently discovered, as of last autumn winter, truth be told, I had not been in a Uniqlo shop since I was probably 16, 17. I went in last autumn winter just randomly, I think it was the Oxford Street one, and I bought a couple of knits from them. I think they were like 30 quid. Unbelievable quality. I have actually since worked with them on a campaign, and this is the one that I got sent. £29.99, it's a roll neck, it's 100%, no, it's not 100% wool, it's not far off. I remember thinking, how are they making money on this? 100% wool. Yeah, mad. And feel the quality of it.
Oh my goodness.
Truth be told, I adore brands like Johnson's Velgin and John Smedley, but I would almost say they're the ones to get the statement smart knit from and the accessories that go with everything. But for your everyday knitwear, honestly, for the price, you can't beat this.
I'm shocked. Yeah. I'm actually speechless. Yeah. That puts brands like Ted Baker and Reese to shame. Their prices. For
some, obviously we love both those brands, but for some, just saying. But for certain things, knitwear, I now probably won't buy my everyday knitwear from anyone else.
Wow.
And it does show don't judge a book by the cover, which is what I was doing with Uniqlo with the price, truth be told. So yeah, I mean honestly, it's a fantastic gift.
Charlie wears that non-stop. Gardening, housework, every day. You wear that all the time.
Yeah, and I've also got a really nice camel
is that
what would you say?
Well?
Yeah, regular sort of pullover. Wow. But what I would say is this is the perfect gift. £30 I always think is a perfect amount for a father-in-law. Or something like that. Yeah. This is the sort of gift that's perfect for them. Brother, yeah. Sorry, George.
For Jay.
That's it. I mean, yeah, unbelievable. Anyway, and when it comes to choosing this knitwear, if you are a bit unsure in colours, charcoal grey is the one.
And how does it fit size-wise?
Fairly standard sizing. I've got a medium. I'm between a small and a medium. It depends. Okay. What I would say is charcoal grey goes with absolutely everything, and pretty much everyone looks good in charcoal grey.
Fashion tips with Charlie.
Boom. Next on the list, I would say, is probably a pretty classic Christmas gift, which is slippers. However, there's a slight difference with these. These are marketed as home shoes or house shoes.
Ew.
And they're from a brand called Mulo, M-U-L-O, British. They're made in Portugal, but they are a British brand. And essentially, since we've moved here, I would say, obviously because of lockdown as well, but we have recognise the importance of a good pair of house shoes, more for your feet and your ankles and things like this, right? These are my favourite of the two.
They are so smart.
Yeah, and they are quite expensive. I think they're about £120, but feel the quality of that.
I mean,
unbelievable quality.
These are almost like corduroy.
But you can also wear these outside. Yeah. So you kind of make the decision, really. These ones, I think, are perfect for indoors. Obviously, as soon as you start wearing them outside, you then breach that sort of in between where you can't really wear them properly inside anymore.
Well, you can, you just can't be feeling
safer. You got to be quite careful. But these ones I thought would actually look really good in the summer. But
do you know what you've not included in your gift guide? The ultimate stocking filler. Liquid proof. You should check out last year's Christmas gift guide for him as well, because there was so much stuff in there.
It's one thing I find difficult, and maybe I'm a bit boring, but that some of the gifts that I mention every year, I'm like, well, there. And we have got a couple of repeaters this year, but you can't have. I don't want it to be a carbon copy of last year, but there are gifts in last year's gift guide, like the My Zone as well. That is just a fantastic gift.
Yes.
So do refer back to that if you're looking for more ideas.
Yes, we'll leave a link below. Because if you were going to wear these out of the house even one time, you'd want to spray them with liquid proof, wouldn't you?
That's true. Liquid proof I use, well, I don't use it as much at the moment because I'm not wearing as much suede. Well, I'm not wearing suede since we moved here, but as soon as we start going to London again. Yeah. But yeah, so a lovely gift idea, particularly I think for a close loved one, given the price point. Next up, we have a pair of shoes, a pair of boots. I love boots and always have done, but since we've moved to the Cotswolds, as I was alluding to previously, suede has sort of gone out the window a little bit. It's just not practical out here, is it? And
you have so many suede boots.
I have so many. I am going to have to, I think I might do like an auction for charity of them or something. Yeah. See if I can get a bit more money for them to give it to charity. But anyway, these are from Echo. Josie and I love Echo. We've worked with Echo quite a lot in the past, but we've loved them for a long time. And the reason I've included these is a number of factors. Firstly, I think they're great because they're like a hybrid boot. So it's very on trend, I am told, the workwear trend. And obviously they are very workwear. They look great with jeans and they look good with chinos.
Are these the tread tray?
These are the tread tray. There's a couple of different types, but I've chosen these because I just think they look great as an actual smart shoe. But equally, they are designed to be loved and walked in.
Yeah.
And I've worn them on a number of walks and they're waterproof as well.
You wear the black pair a lot as well, don't you?
The black pair I probably tend to wear more for fashion. These I tend to wear more for practicality. But equally, I think you could wear these quite easily to the pub, for Sunday roast.
You've got so much mud on them.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. Everything featured in this gift guide is stuff I use.
Yeah.
The other thing worth mentioning is they were £160. They're now, I think, as little as 110. Ooh. So they've reduced them massively for Black Friday.
That's amazing for the quality.
I mean, they're a brilliant gift. Yeah. To be honest, I was thinking about getting a pair of these for my brother, for when he comes out here and for when he visits my mum and dad in Windsor.
As a slightly more premium option, I was actually on the Mr. Porter website this morning and they have got an amazing 30% off edit. That's why I thought it'd be good to film this video and get it up for the Black Friday weekend. And it includes
these bad boys.
What are they barking at?
Don't know.
And it included some boots from Jensen, which I know Charlie absolutely loves.
It's called Grenson. But shall I just quickly see if they're alright? Because they're called Grenson. There's mud all over them. Yeah, so Grenson, as Josie keeps calling them the brand Jensen, like Jensen Button, bless her. Grenson, they're one of my, well, I think they're one of the first pairs of shoes I ever bought, proper shoes. Unbelievable quality. Normally, a pair of Grensons will retail around £300, £250, £300, but the quality's fantastic. I mean, this pair's 2 years old. I've got some pairs that are 4 or 5 years old, still going strong. This pair is called the Joseph, and it's got like a full grain leather. Love a black leather pair of boots, very versatile. I've worn these with suit trousers before. Obviously you can wear them with jeans. As you can see from the sole, I've worn them on walks. But they're so easy to clean and wipe down. That's the beauty of leather. Quality's amazing, but with 30% off, I think, I can't do the maths in my head, but they're a lot more affordable. Next up is a reappearance from last year.
I was going to say.
And maybe even the year before, but it's because I love the brand so much. And I have gifted a few people umbrellas from London Undercover before, and everyone's like, wow, the quality. And even someone the other day, or a couple of weeks ago, that used one of our umbrellas was like, wow. Anyway, London Undercover, we've got a couple of umbrellas here. The reason I've chosen 2 different ones is this is obviously a slightly higher price point. It's about £120, I think. But I don't think that's bad value when you can feel that handle. It's in a lovely khaki green. It's a really special umbrella. So great for someone that lives out in the country, because we end up using these a lot. However, I would suggest the one you've got, which is about £75, is ideal for anyone that commutes or has to go to the office. Do you think?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And that fits in a backpack.
They are just so beautifully crafted. And again, I think a really posh brolly is not something that you buy yourself. So I honestly think if you're flummoxed as to what to buy someone...
Flummoxed?
Yeah.
It's a good word. Is it a real word, flummoxed?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Then this is a fabulous foolproof gift idea.
Now, I don't know if they're British manufactured, but they're a British brand. So another British brand, support your British brands. Continuing on with another segue into this gift. This is another British brand, Aspirin of London. Now this is actually something that I was sent to feature in the gift guide, and I've used it probably 50 times already because it's my gym bag. It's become my gym bag, and I've had it for about a month.
Within which all the gyms have been shut.
I had it for what, the whole of October when gyms were open. And actually I had a few compliments in the gym changing room about this. It's fantastic quality. What I like about it is it's sort of that perfect size. Because some of the previous bags I've had have been too big, and if you fill them, they're actually really heavy to carry around. This is ideal for weekends away.
It's really smart, but I like that the metal on it is kind of like a brushed metal. There's something a bit industrial about it as well.
Yeah,
really
and I mean it's got lots of pockets inside. You've actually got some stuff in here already, but in terms of the pocket space in here, there's lots of pockets.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And all important, a lot of men's bags don't have these. It has the strap, but it's a leather cushion strap. Sometimes it's a fabric, and that can like dig in. So yeah, I mean it's an absolute winner.
Top marks.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm about to do a budget announcement at number 10 Downing Street.
You do look like, yeah, you do
with
like.
my red briefcase. This is actually a very, very luxurious gift. This would be like family clubs together to treat granddad to this or something. It is a very bougie backgammon board. So how lovely to have this in the living room, in the family room, by the fire at Christmas. If you know someone that loves board games or loves backgammon, or just, you know, if someone that you know has a drawing room, then I think it needs a backgammon board, because this is just really fabulous, isn't it?
I think it's one of those things that has gone out of fashion, but I remember when I worked in a pub and people would come in with these boards. Honestly, every Friday night there'd be 2 or 3 people that would come in with backgammon boards.
Really?
And play. Yeah. Often husband and wife, or I mean obviously the demographic was a bit older, but I think it's something nice to bring it back.
Yeah.
And you know what, in the world that we live in, surrounded by technology, it's a good sort of reason to put your phone away and just concentrate on being with each other, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Plus, if you want to dress up as Rishi Sunak, it works.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Okay. Another gift idea that I've always quite liked is something subscription based, because then it's a gift that always gift that
keeps on giving.
I've always liked subscription gifts because
it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Hey, but it is true, and it is nice when you receive a gift from someone that then every month or every couple of months you receive something as part of the gift. Obviously there's amazing ones out there like Pastor Evangelist. I think we mentioned that last year. That's one that Josie adores. Also there's lots of amazing flower subscription services, which are also great. But gifts for him, coffee. I love my coffee. This is from Packed Coffee. You can smell it now. Can you smell that? Basically, I subscribed to this as soon as we moved to the Cotswolds and realised that I couldn't get an amazing cup of coffee in the village, you know, so I have to try and recreate it myself. And
There's no Starbucks in the
There's
Cotswolds.
no Starbucks. Well, Starbucks are just, yeah.
About an hour away.
But anyway, so I'm going to open this up. I receive one of these every 2 weeks. You can receive it every month. It's $6.99 a month, I think, for one delivery a month.
That's good.
And it's a bag of coffee. What's quite cool is it's sort of like discovery. So basically, every month it varies, or every 2 weeks. This is Bourbon cream espresso. I've actually had this one before at the very start. It even says where it's from. I think this is from Brazil. But yeah, essentially it's just a lovely gift for anyone that likes their coffee.
Wow, it smells amazing.
I know. Some of the best coffee in the world. They do also do, I think, ground coffee beans. These are obviously whole beans, so you would need a coffee grinder and you would need a machine that works with that. But they do also ground coffee beans, which I think works with like the drip coffees and things like that.
Smells so good.
I would say these are now moving into like more stocking filler territory. However, a lot of people would say stocking fillers are more like £5 mark. We don't tend to give each other main presents. We give like a few medium presents, don't we? Just some small little things. This is a watch from Casio, and it's one of their retro vintage collection. And I remember I had one of these when I was probably about 15 or 16. And then, I don't know, I guess they went a bit out of fashion, but they've massively come back. They're awesome for anyone that wears, you know, lots of different outfits and likes to style up different outfits with different watches. And they're very affordable. So this one I think is about £50.
Wow.
Or about £55. There's also Black Friday deal on at the moment.
Yeah, it's 20% off this weekend, but it ends on Monday, so you need to be quick.
Okay. This is just the classic gold one that I went for. I think there's the retro one with like a black face. There's one with the red and black detailing.
There's even the one with a little calculator on it. So old school.
You're joking?
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually quite cool.
Yeah.
Okay, the final few gifts I would say are perfect if you're really stuck with what to buy for someone. You cannot go wrong with either a fragrance or a nice grooming product. So we'll start off with the grooming products. So I've selected something from Kiehl's. Kiehl's, this is from their Age Defender range. Now, this is the smaller bottle, which I think is it 75ml. Now, I use this every single day. I've used this
So do I.
I've used this every single day for the last 3 or 4 years. Probably my favourite skincare grooming product, full stop.
Wow.
Reason being, it's a 3-in-1, so you can leave it on like a face mask, but it's quite masculine, so even for your boyfriend or husband that maybe doesn't use face masks, it's quite a good entry-level product.
Yeah.
So, you could leave it on like a face mask, and you might get them into it. You might get them into masks. Second,
It's clay-based, right? Like
it's clay-based.
Clay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if that's a bit of marketing BS or not, to be fair, but it works. It works.
Yeah, it's
So
really good.
I tend to use it a lot after the gym to get deep into those pores after sweating, and you can, and it also exfoliates. But it's gentle enough that you could use this every day, and you're not like overly scrubbing your face.
Yeah. I think Kiehl's has a really good offer on for Black Friday this weekend as well, so we'll leave the best deal down below.
And the one last thing about Kiehl's, I think, is if you are wanting to get your boyfriend, husband, brother into his skincare, Kiehl's is a great entry-level brand for that. The price point is obviously, mid-level, but in terms of they've got everything, it's not overly fragranced. It's brilliant for that.
And it's very well marketed to the guys as well.
My assistant, thank you. And another brand that I'm absolutely obsessed with is Elemis. Now, this is their Daily Moisture Boost, sort of everyday moisturiser. Now, linking on from the fact that entry level, a lot of guys don't use skincare, I just think this is the brilliant moisturiser for anyone that's sort of getting into it. I tend to use this, there's a couple of other brands that I mix this up with, but this is always in my gym bag because of the size of it. It's 50ml, I think. Is it 50ml? And it's just a very good size, easy pump, and it's just a really, really good everyday moisturiser.
It looks so nice as well. That's a great gift.
It's sleek. Yeah, so for your gym bag, rugby bag, or anything like that.
Jazzy.
Too jazzy. Then we are on to fragrances. And I have selected, I absolutely love fragrances. I have quite a lot, and I love mixing them up. However, these are probably my two most worn of 2020. For the high-end one, we have Tom Ford Ombre Leather. Now, the funny one about this is, Tom Ford obviously is a very high price point. Truth be told, I think the private blends can be overpriced. It's a lot of money to spend on a fragrance that's 50ml, and a lot of people wear them now. This is below that tier. I don't know what they call it, but it's more of a, I think for 100ml it's about £80. So it's not, or about just under £100. So it's not cheap by any means, but it's equally punchy. And honestly, almost every time I wear this, I get compliments.
Yeah.
People are like, wow, what's that smell? It's oody, it's powerful, you can wear it in the summer, you can wear it in the winter.
Everyone asks you about your fragrance. Even earlier today we were in Dalesford, and through 2 masks the guys were asking you about this.
So, I mean, always in 2 minds about sharing my fragrances because then everyone ends up wearing them. But it's true, I mean, ombre leather, and it's just a really special gift. It feels luxurious. And
Is this one with a magnetic top?
No, it doesn't have magnetic top.
I thought
No.
it used to.
No, I don't think any of the Tom Fords have magnetic tops.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, the other thing is Tom Ford, you receive this and it feels luxurious and special. So yes, if you're looking for a high-end fragrance, that is the one. For a more everyday fragrance, something more affordable, but equally punchy.
Oh yeah.
So, truth be told, when I very first received Spice Bomb from Victor and Rolf, I wasn't 100% convinced.
Yeah, you weren't, were you?
Do you remember?
Yeah.
And Josie's always absolutely loved, even from the day we met, I used to buy you the fragrance for your birthday, didn't I? Flower Bomb. And then I smelt this on someone about 3 years ago, and I always ask people what fragrances they wear, and he was like, oh, it's Victor and Rolf Spice Bomb. And I was like, maybe I need to give
Alex
it.
Harrison?
No, it wasn't. This was even years before. And I was like, I'm going to have to give that another go. Gave it another go. I don't think they changed the recipe. I think maybe my senses have changed. But it's just really lovely, isn't it? I love putting this on after the gym,
That's
actually.
really nice.
I have this one in my gym bag. I love putting it.
Wear that.
Yeah, and it's. Do you know what? There's something quite festive about it
Yeah.
as well, isn't there?
I'm surprised you haven't included any gardening gifts.
I think it's difficult because gardening, obviously,
Quite niche.
we go through these peaks and troughs of what we're obsessed with throughout the year, right? And they're obviously, when we first moved in, it was spring, garden was a real focus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, we finish working at 6, 7, 8 o'clock some nights. It's dark. In the summer, we were finishing work and then we were gardening.
Mm.
I would say that if you are looking for gardening gifts, Niwaki, Japanese brand, so not British, but Japanese brand, that brand is just lovely. They sell that in a lot of garden centres around here and you can buy it online. They've got lovely secateurs and things like that. And there's Bradley's Tannery, which is where I got your gardening gloves from. They are British. I copied Monty Don on them. He wears them. Guy from Gardeners World.
Who would have thought Monty Don would be 2020's biggest influencer?
Truth be told, aside from David Beckham, who I have met, catch that name drop, and would love to meet again, and Alex Ferguson, I think Monty Don would be my number 3. Because I watch him every morning.
It's quite likely, he lives in Herefordshire.
Well, I watch him every morning because I find him really, really uplifting. I love watching him talk about gardening. He's so passionate about it. So yeah, if anyone knows Monty Don, because someone that follows Josie knows one of the Chuckle brothers.
No, they're dating his son.
I would
Barry
love to.
Chuckle's son.
No, I think it's Paul Chuckle. I think Barry passed away. But I would love to meet Paul Chuckle. But yes, and I guess in terms of like other gifts, pet related. I didn't include anything pet related. We really should do. Actually, comment below if next year you want us to do an entire pet gift guide, because I think we should.
Yeah, an entire sausage.
Narrated by Dexter and Dickens.
Yes.
Yeah, but Mutts and Hound or Teddy Maximus for pet related items. Sophie Allport, I mean, covers all bases.
Mm-hmm.
The dog beds from Sophie Allport
Yeah.
are amazing.
Yeah. We could go on and on, as you could tell, this is probably the world's longest gift guide, but I hope you enjoyed Charlie's recommendations. I have to hold my hands up and say I didn't really have anything to do with any of these, but Charlie has smashed it.
Well, I hope I have. Please feel free to message me and I will try and respond if you've got any questions or you want more intricate gift ideas.
Yeah. I'll leave Charlie's Instagram and his inactive YouTube channel linked down below. We need to get Charlie on with the cooking videos. I reckon if you released a cookbook, that would have been the #1 gift on the gift guide this year.
Yeah, well, do you know what though? I am a cook, not a chef. I am still learning. I'm nowhere near confident enough to launch a cookbook. What I would say is, about cooking, I would like to do more videos. It is a real confidence thing. I would like to do more fashion videos as well. Perhaps 2021 is going to be the year for my YouTube. I've been saying that every year. We will see. But in the interim, you're going to have to wait for me to come on joint videos.
Exactly. Well, that's all from us, darlings. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it useful, and we'll see you very soon for Vlogmas. Woo-hoo!